Is there a correlation between the amount of tannins in the wine and how good it is for you?
We know that the tannin we have in the wine is good for the wine. Is it good for you? We are very happy to think that it's not bad.
Next, red wine. We are all advised to stick to our weekly recommended units of alcohol. But there's been a lot of press that suggests that drinking red wine in moderation might actually be good for us. To find out if red wine really is good for us, Kate's hopping across the channel.
How amazing would it be to find out definitively that this stuff is actually good for you?
France produces a staggering 6 billion bottles of wine every year. Kate's on her way to the Madeiran region in the southwest.
And so these are all, vines. We're going through, driving through lots of vineyards now.
Yeah.
Etienne is from a local wine cooperative, and he's escorting Kate to the prestigious Cave de Croissaille vineyard, famous for its tannic grape variety.
Bonjour! Je m'appelle Kate.
Je m'appelle Denis.
Denis.
Welcome.
So Denis, I need to find out if drinking red wine every day is good for my health, which I find a bit difficult to believe. Bonjour! Everyone is in a beret.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour. So can I pick some grapes?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Wait.
Ah, heavy. Wow. Oh. Do you take vin rouge?
Oui, oui, oui.
Every day?
Oui, 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 oui. Le Madeiran, il est très bon pour la santé, pour les artères.
Vous avez quel âge?
75 ans.
75.
Ouais.
You're 75. Look at you. Wow. You're so fit, healthy.
What is it about the wine here that makes the locals so convinced of its health benefits?
Can I try this?
Yeah, of course.
I've just got a dryness. So what is that dryness?
That's some tannin
That's the tannins. And so what specifically are tannins?
molecule
It's a molecule.
that will provide to the structure of the wine. When we speak about a full-bodied wine, that's a wine which is rich in tannin.
Dennis allows these tannin-rich grapes to remain in their own juices for up to a month. This lengthy maceration process makes sure that more tannins are extracted from the grapes.
Is there a correlation between the amount of tannins in the wine and how good it is for you?
We know that the tannin we have in the wine is good for the wine. Is it good for you? We are very happy to think that it's not bad.
In order to find that out, maybe I need to speak to a scientist.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
And
brilliant.
please come back to tell us the good news.
I will come back. I'll come back.
Back in Blighty, Kate's meeting up with Professor Roger Calder.
Hello.
Hello.
You must be Roger.
Hello, Kate.
Roger's a cardiovascular expert who's been researching the link between the tannins in red wine and their effect on our health.
I've been all the way to France to try and get to the bottom of whether red wine is good for me.
There's not an easy answer, but in moderation, some red wines could have a benefit.
Okay, so what is it about red wine that could be good for me?
A type of polyphenol in wine called flavanols can improve your vascular function and have a protective effect against heart disease.
The pips of grapes are coated in tannins, which contain flavanols. Flavanols are found in many fruits and vegetables and are known to be beneficial to our health.
So if the winemaker is able to leave these soaking in the fermenting wine, then the flavanols extract off the surface of the pips.
So this is the bit that will help the blood pump around my body.
Absolutely, but we really have to control the messages. Wine in moderation may have a beneficial effect, but in excess, it's always harmful.
So therefore, how much red wine should I drink every day?
I think there's a better question. How much flavanols should you consume a day to have that effect?
None of this information is on the label. So how do we know which red wines contain the beneficial amount of heart-healthy flavanols? To find out more, Kate's come to one of the largest wine bottling plants in Europe.
You're Justin.
nice to meet you. How
Hello,
you
I'm
going?
Kate.
Justin Knock is the expert consultant at the plant. He also holds the highly distinguished title of Master of Wine.
So we're going to walk into the bottling hall now. Yeah, you can smell the wine.
That's a lot
immediately.
of wine.
Yeah. It's a big facility. You know, we've got 5 lines here.
Tens of thousands of bottles of wine just whizzing around.
Well, we bottle around 2 million litres of wine per week.
The red wine bottled here has been produced in vineyards all across the world. Why do some of these wines contain more tannins than others?
Techniques for making red wine around the world are more or less the same. You know, they all go through the same steps and processes. What differs is how long it spends going through a certain process. So in Bordeaux, they tend to leave the grapes on the skins for much, much longer than we would in Australia for making Shiraz, where wine will be in contact with the skins for 4, 5 or 6 days. The wine in Bordeaux has a lot more tannin. You know when you make a cup of tea and you overdraw a tea bag because you get, you know, stuck in front of Coronation Street or something like that, and you come back
You love that show.
and the tea is really dry and bitter. It's because you've extracted too much tannin out of the tea. So Bordeaux is famous for that level of extraction. They love, you know, a long tea bag.
So which is potentially better for our hearts? A traditional full-bodied red or a lighter one from the New World? Back to Professor Roger Calder. He's tested 24 high street reds across a range of prices, regions and grapes to find out how many heart-healthy flavanols they contain.
We're going to start with the lowest ones first.
And the wine with the fewest flavanols,
A Shiraz Cabernet.
Cheers.
Cheers. What you notice about this wine is it's fairly light and fruity. It's very typical of the sort of modern style wines made in Australia. This is a really low flavanol wine.
although the grapes in this wine are naturally high in tannins, their shorter maceration period means that very few flavanols have made it into the bottle.
You can't assume that because it's red wine, it's rich in flavanols. That's really what we learn from analysing a wine like this.
But I might enjoy it.
You might enjoy it.
I might like the taste of this wine, so it might be one for me.
And if that's all you drink each day, one glass of that's going to be quite fine.
Here we go. Okay, I'm going to spin this one around.
And the wine with the highest number of flavanols is...
Nebbiolo.
That's the ticket, Roger.
So number one is Nebbiolo, from the northwest of Italy.
Can you taste the tannins drying your tongue?
It is very dry in my mouth. There's so much going on in there that, to be honest, I'm not going to drink more than a glass or 2 glasses of that.
A couple of glasses a day, that's over 200 milligrams of flavanols. That's at the level where we know that flavanols start to affect vascular function and improve vascular health.
So flavanols carry health benefits, but there aren't enough of them in some red wines to have an effect. Whichever wines you choose, go easy. Too much of anything is always going to be bad for you.